Welcome to Phuket, an island to the south of Thailand. Phuket is a popular tourist destination with enough to entertain people of all ages. Whether you like a city break or something a bit more rural, Phuket Island has you covered. Personally, I am a huge fan of shopping, and so Central Phuket was a must-do. It's made up of two sides. Floresta has every designer name that you can think of. The shops on the festival side seemed much more affordable. It had a variety of shops and stalls selling everything from clothes and jewellery to cosmetics, luggage, and even spas. Central also houses an aquarium, which my partner and I went to. It was pretty big and it took about an hour to go round. It was quite quiet when we went, even though it was a Saturday morning. I enjoyed it, and I think it would be good for families with younger children in particular. They also had a shark feeding experience for an extra fee, which we didn't do. Next door to the aquarium is a 3D museum called Trickeye, which seems to be part of a chain across different cities around the world. This was an unusual experience, and whilst it was fun, I won't be rushing back. We also visited Phuket Old Town, which is apparently a popular Instagram spot due to its brightly coloured buildings. I can't talk about the Old Town without mentioning a hidden gem that we stumbled across, a Harry Potter themed pub called the Hog's Head. This is an absolute must visit for any Harry Potter fan. Just look at the theming. I would put this on par with the theming at Universal Orlando. It was that good. The Big Buddha is another must-do in my view. Visible from all around the island, Big Buddha is a temple situated on a hill with a huge Buddha statue on top. It takes no more than an hour to look around, but it's definitely worth a visit. A highlight for me was Andamanda, a new water park that opened in May 2022. You can tell that it's new, as it relies heavily on technology, which is similar to Volcano Bay at Universal Orlando. It was also so clean and well thought out. There are 2 food court areas serving cuisines from around the world, so it would be easy for most people to find something that they would like. I'm going to do a separate video on Andamanda, so keep an eye out for that. I can't talk about Phuket without talking about Phi Phi Islands. This is one of the most popular excursions for anyone visiting Phuket Island. Phi Phi Islands are made up of 2 areas: Phi Phi Don, the larger island with shops, restaurants and hotels, and Phi Phi Lay, which is so small that it's uninhabited. We visited Phi Phi Don in the middle of the day and had lunch at the restaurant attached to Chow Koh Hotel. We then got to do some shopping, and there are so many shops on the island, selling all kinds of souvenirs. However, most of the excursions were based around Phi Phi Lay, which is the smaller set of islands. We firstly went around this beautiful bay. Just look at the colour of the water. There was a professional photographer taking posed pictures of us, which was a laugh if nothing else. After lunch we went snorkelling in 2 different locations. This was my first time snorkelling, and the guides gave us great instruction. I should add that there were life jackets for people who aren't confident or strong swimmers, like me. As a little bonus, we also visited Maya Bay, which is where the movie The Beach was filmed. The bay was closed for some time before COVID because it had been damaged by the amount of tourist activity. But COVID helped it to recover significantly. You can see we didn't get anywhere close to the beach, but it was cool to say that we've been there. We also sailed past Maiton Island, or Honeymoon Island, on the way back. This is a privately owned island which hadn't yet reopened following COVID. Again, it was interesting to see, as usually this is a popular tourist destination. We stayed in Karon, at Access Resort, about a 10-minute walk from the centre of town. We didn't spend much time in the town, other than going out to eat, and we were spoilt for choice, even when compared to the choice we had in Khao Lak. By the way, if you haven't seen my guide to Khao Lak, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. Finally, I want to talk about the restaurants. We ate almost exclusively on one road in Karon, which is about a 10 or 15 minute walk from our hotel. My partner's favourite place that we went to was called Oven and Spices. He had a meal deal for 190 baht, or about £5, which was a margarita pizza and a Chang beer. There was also a live singer, which gave it a really lovely, relaxed atmosphere. We also ate at a place called Kiri, and funnily enough, we ate at both the one in Karon and the one in Kata. We went to the Kata one because it started pouring with rain, and we later ate at the one in Karon because most of the street had a blackout and Kiri was one of the only places with the lights on. The food was tasty, albeit quite Western, so I would definitely recommend it if you need a break from Thai food. Seafood Champion on the Karon beachfront was another favourite of my partner's. The food was reasonably priced, and the restaurant was huge, so you wouldn't struggle to eat here on a busy night. A nearby restaurant had some live music playing, which also provided a bit of an atmosphere. We also ate at Louis Kitchen, which seemed to be extremely popular every night. The food was a bit pricier, and neither of us were particularly enamoured with any of it, but it certainly wasn't bad. Somewhere that we wouldn't necessarily recommend is Karon Seafood, which is along the main road in Karon. My food was too spicy, and my partner said his was bland. However, I did finally get to try deep fried ice cream here, which had been on my bucket list, and it was good. We also ate at Oggy in Patong, which is on the beachfront. The food was good and reasonably priced, but they made a few silly errors with our order, which just made the experience less enjoyable. Being on the main road, it was also quite noisy at lunchtime when we were there. There is so much to do on Phuket Island, and it's easy to see why this is such a popular tourist destination. Even the rain didn't ruin the experience for us. If you enjoyed this video, then please do press the like button so that more people can find it. I mentioned earlier that we stayed at Access Resort in Karon, and if you want to see my video reviewing the hotel, then you can click here. Or you can click my face to subscribe if there's no video, as that means it hasn't come out yet. Alternatively, to see my guide to Khao Lak, then you can click here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!